like this, I have like this type of thing, like a little nicer. This is what I call like dressing up, maybe like a bum dress up, right? So it's kind of just things that I can wear, that I can throw together that are nice. Like I got my khakis and just, you know, I like different textures, different like the thermal. And then I have like, I really have a thing for like those cargo pants, but cargo pants that are tight at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? And then throw some Nikes, like throw my Nikes on or whatever else, and then just like a popping shirt or like a hoodie. Those are the easy outfits, like, and I'm comfy, you got all these fucking pockets, sweet. But I mean, that's the style. You're kind of, you know, you're promoting yourself and how much, you know, bread you're making off of your style. Like I respect and appreciate that. This is my opinion about going over the top. For me, I just like to have a little something, you know what I mean? Just a little something for me. I think even if I became super famous, I still would just rock silver in my same shit, honestly. So I was born technically in Bellflower. The hospital that I was born at like burned down or some crazy shit, like just something like that. I remember I read something somewhere that's like a bad omen for your life. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty lucky, so I don't really subscribe to things like that. I'm a little stitious, you know, just a little stitious. Shout out Michael Scott. Bellflower, then I grew up in Baldwin Park. It's still LA County, technically, so I mean, you know, I saw my first body when I was like 10 years old, you know what I mean? Like it was just, I think link up with your friends. I'm still friends with a lot of my fucking friends from elementary school. And then middle school, I went to elementary school, middle school in Baldwin Park. And then I was lucky enough that my grandpa on my dad's side bought property in Pasadena. Right, so way back when, right? Before it was, he always liked to say, like, before it was pretty, you know? Right down the street from PHS. So I went to high school in Pasadena High School. It was like, it took like, I think maybe like half of freshman year to like really not have to like, cause I felt like in middle school I was fighting like every other day. And it was just, I mean, there was a point where it's like, I liked it, but it was just like, I'm not paying attention to class, and it's like, you know what I mean? Fuck this dude. But, and then you link with the dudes that are doing shit like that. So like I guess like the criminal cats, you know what I'm saying? But they're still my friends to this day. Just, you know, you just kind of link with people that are like you, right? So we just kind of kicked it with them, did some stupid shit, a lot of basic stupid shit. Then I went to Pasadena. I didn't have to flex. I didn't have to be this big fucking thing. And then I started training. I was trained that summer before freshman year. I think I was 12. Oh, but no, dude, so we're playing, me and my brother and my two brothers are playing Halo. We're having a great time. It's loud. My uncle, my mom's brother, comes out of the room and he like dove on us. Like, what the fuck, did you guys fucking hear that shit? And blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's just a game, blah, blah, blah. And my brother's dad, Isaac, his name is Jesse, he went out and he kept telling Isaac to stay, like, don't come outside. He's like, you come, like, he was, you know, do not come outside type shit. And me and Elijah just kind of followed him. We go outside, it's like a van. Just to kind of like summarize it, it looks like they were trying to hop out or like get a cat in the street, but they got before. So they just got, like, one dude was slumped in the driver's seat, the other dude was slumped, like he pulled the van, he was just slumped, like he was dead. But the other guy in the driver's seat, I remember he was like breathing. I think he was done. I mean, it was blood everywhere, and we're just like, oh shit, god damn. I didn't really like, know how to process it. Like I remember later on, like maybe in the day or the week, it was like, damn, it was fucking dead. Like, was he dead? And just like, you don't know. You know, that's just kind of how it is in the hood. So I train here, the Fight Academy. I like to call the Fight Academy like my mother's school, because that's where I met my main striking coach, Joseph Del Real, and Savant. I tell him all the time, like, I would not be as bad as I am, like, without him. Like, he's such, like, his style is it seems so unique to me. So it's Strikers Inc., that's the gym that I teach at and also train at with him. And every once in a while I get over to see MMA when I can. Shout out to Chad. But I have other people, you know, once you get into the martial arts community, people just invite you to different places. So you know, but the pin gyms, Strikers Inc., Fight Academy, you know, these are my gyms. It's just like, because you remember, I think as an instructor, you have to really understand and remember what it was like before you were cool, like good at things, good at the martial arts, you know? And it's just like, when you give somebody else that, it's so rewarding. It's just like, oh dude, yes. Like I get more psyched, like just that person got it. And not so much that they listen to what I'm saying, it's just like, you fucking hate, like it's, because you have to make your own connection, right? As Bruce Lee says, you have your emotional connection with each one of your strikes. If you don't, you're separating yourself from it. It's what people do, like, and then I can give that to them and I can convey that. That's better than gold, dude. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Kinda? Okay. What does being a fighter mean to me? I think everybody's a fighter in their own right. I think everybody on the main stage, amateur, semi-pro to pros, will say that they are blessed with good genes, good, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But to be a fighter myself, it's purely and totally a blessing to be able to do these things. I walked here. I like to try to walk as much as I can. Gives you time to think about it. There's a lot of people that can't fucking walk. It's a sad thing, but so it's kind of like it gives me that motivation to just be the best that I can. Well, it was do you want okay, let's start from when, like, you keep landing the lead hands. No disrespect to him, because he was just a wrestler. That's his bread and butter, you know what I'm saying? And I dropped pretty low. Like, I hadn't gotten that low. We just kind of like solidified how to like cut really well. So we're exchanging. The first round was just my round, right? A little more versed in the striking. And then so the second round, he's kind of just saying, fuck it. I'm just gonna try to put this dude away. And I'm like, oh, right, because this is kind of what he has to do. He knew he couldn't keep me down on the ground. He's throwing these fucking beautiful overhands. I remember I didn't see him coming, right? The first two, I was like, okay. But then those of you who have trained with me, right, when I'm against the wall, then I can just like kind of play, right? Like, I basically let him put me against the wall. Just kind of like, just let him fucking blow his load. I left space, but when he touched me, I wasn't feeling anything. So I knew that I'm just gonna win. I wasn't okay with my performance. I took too many shots. First thing I thought, I took too many shots. You'd always do better, but yeah. Prison. That makes me laugh. Prison. I think really the most I want to say about it is I did crime so I could train. I could make my own schedule, make enough of my money to fill my mom's fridge and pay my rent, and try to fill the fridge that I was at too, and pay for my car and insurance. It's a lot. It's not that, no disrespect to my parents, but it's just, economy's in a shambles. And then COVID, it's just, so they've always playing catch up. I was kind of like afraid of money even, and I could do something quick, something that I knew I could do quickly, and I understood what the process was. I just basically took the martial arts aspect to doing crimes, got really good at it, made a lot of money, and then like any crimes, you're eventually gonna fall into some bullshit. Whether it's my fault or not, ultimately it's my fault. I was taking these unnecessary risks. I could have just had a job on the weekends. Still wouldn't be making shit, but if I did that, had a solid and stable schedule, who knows? I went in when I was 23, now I'm 28. It's fucking, how much time did I do? Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? But a lot of burpees. A lot of burpees. Handball. Handball's great for hand-eye. I love handball. I follow just handball pages, just because it's what OG was telling me. Like he was the best on the yard easily. Like nobody, they wouldn't even have like they would call competitions, because people would bet and shit like with what we had there. But nobody would do it just because we know he's gonna win, because he was that good. He would tell me like, you have to be able to, when the ball hits the wall, understand where it's gonna go next just from the sound. And I was like, fuck. He just took me on a fucking trip, and he spun my style around in handball. I remember being on the bus like, fuck, dude, am I free? like this is crazy. I didn't believe it. I still have dreams of being back. I still have dreams of being in there. I was only there for 3 years. I remember people, anybody inside I think will probably understand what I'm gonna say. Like, there was this whole thing when I had like keys. You hear keys, it's like a fucking, oh, they're coming. It was for a little bit, for like a month. It was like, oh no, I'm fine, it's fine. Well, shout out to my lady. I think the first, and my family of course, in my career, but I think I really it was the hardest phone call I've ever had to make, right? So I got sentenced. It was 0 to 16 months. That was the guidelines for my sentencing. So the judge looks at me, takes off his glasses, I'll never forget. And he's like, this is what he said. He's like, I think you know a lot more, or you're a lot more involved than what we've found. So I'm sentencing you to 60 months. Hit the thing and he just like dipped. I get on the phone, I call my mom, and she's fucking balling. I'm trying to keep it together myself, just be strong for her. And I was like, the first thing I thought of was like, tell my brothers to take this lesson and tell Nayeli, my woman now, my fiance, I love her, but don't wait. My family, Nayeli, and my career, it kind of like boiled down everything that like really meant something to me in my life. So I just thought about those things. And I know I wasn't doing that much time. So just maintain hope, and I read fucking like 200 plus books just because it's, you know, we didn't have anything. Just you just devour them. That was really nice. I played a lot of chess. So if anybody wants to fucking, you can't fight, but you can play some chess. What's cracking? Oh, dude, drawing. Oh man, I feel like I'm a little diva when it came to drawing. Always since I was a kid, like I have to have the right lighting. I have to have all the materials. If I don't have the materials enough, I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. It's just not, it's not fun. There's so much nostalgia to me just looking at a white piece of paper, dude. It's like a blank slate. Oh shit, this can be anything. I probably was doing art since I was, you know, before I played sports. But this is, I don't know if you zoom in on this guy. I wanna get like a frame for it. Try to keep it nice. Kind of just something that I put together. You know, something that I wanted her to like also. Was like, oh fuck me. Hey, Jesse, bastard. There's this guy. This one has a stand. Just a cool little N for Nayeli. But it's like, this is like me. I like the person that I felt, especially being in there. Like you kind of, it's supposed to crack you mentally. That's what prison's for. I mean, just the person I was becoming. And she's kind of like, this is like her arrow. Like she's a Pisces also. I kind of added the, up there. She's like changing like my black fucking heart. You know what I mean? Like this is all the fire like leaving me. I didn't explain that either. Like in the passage, it's just kind of things. This is like a little poem that I wrote her, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll just laugh myself. But yeah, that's what this is basically. Like nurturing monsters, right? And it's NM, that's also our initials, but it's not our initials, it's nurturing monsters. Like our styles of art are so like different, like I'll show you. So this is one that like I did in there. She's so fucking good. I think she's better than me for sure. Like I did this, it's kind of like, it's like demonic. It's supposed to be a really powerful demon, right? He's got like a lot of dashes. Think about like the black belt, right? They gave a lot of dashes type shit, type of jewelry. He's got some rings there. He's fly as well. And then she's over here just with this fucking, goddamn. It's like just, it's fucking fantastic. We're working on some things like that we're gonna collab, but we have to really plan them, you know? But it's like, you know, this is basically what our brand's gonna be. Just, you know, my stuff, her stuff, and then when we get more time, obviously, we're both in the process of like, as I teach, I'm doing a lot of private lessons, and she's an esthetician. So she's trying to get clients to do that as well. Just started her own brand. I forget what it's called. I think it's Nayeli's Wax Boutique. I was like, fuck, sick. I think a lot of artists, I feel like, I mean, comedians also can say that like when you get ideas, it doesn't feel like it's mine. It just kind of came to me. This is all shit I did in prison. It's like this guy here. It's like, this is basically me, right? Like it's just like my demon. There's a whole duality of like every person, but every person has like a demon and an angel, right? This is kind of me in touch with mine. This guy. Changes fits. I like to think like it just smoke. It just turns into smoke and then he turns it into whatever. This guy, taking a little break. It's kind of like a final form thing, a little bit. Yeah, just a little like icon. Yeah, I think these kind of like derived because I had the idea beforehand. Like I didn't really like get too much into like the research into the samurai as much as I should have. But I was always wondering if the Japanese had a death, like a deity. And then I looked it up and it was like, it just looked like a classic, like a person. He was like blue. I don't really remember. I kind of just did my like rendition of what death in like Japanese death would be. That says death, I hope. Yeah, like a skeleton. He's obviously a samurai. Some of the greatest warriors, in my opinion, of all time. I wouldn't say anything. I don't have any regrets. I wouldn't change shit. Just let him do his thing. If I said anything, it'd be different. If he saw me, I always think about like if I can ever time travel. I try to put it in my mind like, okay, this is the time I'll come back to. Try to remember this time. I never remember the fucking time, but if I could, it would have changed my experience. I wouldn't say anything to him. Let the chips fall where they may, you know. No. It is what it is. Yeah, thanks, dude. Of course. It was good to fucking talk to you. Oh, shit.